Hey, about 2 years ago exactly, yeah, around this time, if you look at my old videos, and we're going to get back to that point, I was a lot better. I had God in my life. I was physically better, and I want to get back in shape because I lost my muscles, and I want to get my muscles back. Even though I don't go to a gym, I know how to lift weights. I know how to make I know how to lift weights with little things around the house. But yeah, about 2 years ago, I was a hardcore like servant of God. I was. The only thing that hasn't changed because of my brain injury is the self pleasure. Like, you know what I'm talking about. I don't want to say it on here. Certain words trigger me, but my head hurts. Low. I don't want to get all graphic, but I would whenever I would engage in intercourse, I would always pass out because I'll just say what happens when you know what it the effect is a little different for me because I had a injury. Like I need my stuff just to function. But I was working out, praying for every meal, every drink. I was living the right way, and I honestly I want to go back to that. Now I gave up because I was like questioning what's the point of anything if we live in a sick world. But I really wish I would have just ignored all the fucked up shit that happened to me and continue living the way I did, because I probably would have been, I don't know what had, like I didn't really finish my class 2 years ago almost because of my car accident. But the point I'm making is I was living good. I was living better when I was doing the right thing. And it doesn't mean that I'm a Christian now, because my problem with that, and I've lived it, and I'm gonna just keep it real. I know, most of my subscribers know, and mostly the whole world knows that no one follows the Bible literally. There are passages of the Bible that people pick and choose what they want to live by, but no one follows that book literally. Well, black people in some cases do certain scriptures. But my problem, and this will probably never change, is this. I'm not blaming anybody, but you have black Christians that live in the ghetto, that suffer in the ghetto every day. Where are their non-black Christians helping them at? You have black Christian kids that get killed by stray bullets, that live in the ghetto, that live in bad homes, single parent homes. Where are your Christians, your non-black Christians, coming to the rescue for them? It ain't no rescue. I understand the whole concept of that religion, what it was meant for, and no one takes it very seriously. My problem with Christianity is it's not that I wouldn't mind following it, page by page. It's just I know that's not how the world works. Because if anything, we live life. We're realist people. We're realists. We go off our intuition. We use logic and reasoning. And no non-black Christian is going to move in the ghetto. No non-black Christian is going to have their kids in neighborhoods where your blacks live, or their schools or have them date your kids or your daughter, marry, intermarry within, black communities. And most black people are Christians, but you're not going to have your kids live amongst them. And I'm just going to keep it real. I said this before and I'll say it again. In a lot of non-black neighborhoods, and a lot of the times they are Christian, they don't want us in their neighborhoods. They don't want us around their children. They don't want us dating their children. Even though most of us are Christian, they don't look at us in the same light as like a Christian of their own race. So it's like, I can never get on board with, oh, I'm one of God's children, when, if anything, this is the most segregated country on earth. No one look at it like this. And I understand it's justified, the treatment of being separated. Like, it's justified, like, why you don't want your kids around black people, or you don't want us in our neighborhoods. I understand it's justified, but it's like, your Bible tells you to think otherwise. You should think like you should put it in God's hands. Like, you shouldn't judge a fellow child of God. But no, you don't. You have reasoning. You have logic. You're like, no, I know how dangerous it is for my kids to hang around Tyrone and Kadavion, so I'm going to move far away from them as possible. But you don't have faith in God that, hey, these are actually good people. Let me get to know them first. No, your logic and your intuition is what makes you think the way you do. The only people who probably, and I'm not talking shit, but the only people who would probably accept anybody, let me do another part of this.